unusual, a little bit left field, but at the moment I'm doing renovations to our house, and one of those renovations is our bathroom, or our ensuite rather. So in the midst of doing these renovation, I bought all brand new fittings for the toilets and bath and all the rest of it. And one of the fittings is a new shower fitting, which I'll just show you. So we've gone matte black, beautiful. So we wanted the big shower head like this, big 8-inch Wells shower head, which we bought off the net, very cheap, from Oz Bath Tech in Sydney. Fantastic gear, bought a lot of stuff off them, never ever been disappointed. So the fitting actually fits into the wall like that, and then of course this goes on the top of it and provides you the shower. Now the one problem is that our existing shower had a very high fitting. This is the pipe that came off it, and where the shower attachment arm came off here was very high in the shower. So because this has also got an extended arm on it, when I put this on, because this little unit actually screws onto the fitting here, and then that head goes on top of that. So by the time I got this attached to the fitting and then put this on the top, it was far too high in the shower cubicle. So I needed to make this, the fitting, lower down. So let me show you what we did. So here was our original fitting, which was up here and attached to the wall. So obviously the shower fitting was going to be much too high. So what I wanted to do was drop the fitting down to about this height, absolutely perfect. Shower is at the right height. So I've cut the section out of the wall that contained the rest of this unit. Just take this fitting back off. And it was up there. I've cut the piece of pipe out, and now I want to join these two pipes back to again and attach them to that noggin which I've installed in there. And then we'll put the gyprock back in there, hardy plank, and then waterproof it, and then we will put the tiles back on it, because we're actually doing a tile on tile fixture here. So we need to scar up the old tiles in order to put the mortar on it and then the new tiles. So getting back to this, the two pipes, the two copper pipes, I thought, well, my limited knowledge of plumbing and where it's gone in the last 20 or 30 years, I believe the only way to attach those two together was braise them, which has been the age-old way of connecting brass or copper pipes together. So I went down to Bunnings to buy myself a brazing outfit, and we're talking probably $50 or $100 to buy all the gear to do that. And while I was in Bunnings, I had a chat to a fellow who turned out to be a roofer, but he does a bit of plumbing as well. And I asked him about it, what his thoughts on the whole thing were, and he said that he just had a reno done on his house not long ago. Same problem, had to change some pipes around, and they used the thing called shark bite. And I said, well, where do I get this shark bite or whatever? And he said, best go over to aisle 60 where all the fittings were and have a talk to people over there. So I went over to my local, this is at my local Bunnings store in Caboolture, or Morayfield, I think it is. And the lady over there, who was very, very helpful, I'd been in there the week before and she'd helped me out with something else as well. I asked her about the pipe fitting thing, and she goes, I said about the shark bite, and she said, well, apparently shark bite is a trade name for some masters fittings, and they had their own type of fitting and it was equivalent. So let's go and have a look at it. So here we we have our fitting, as I just showed you a little while ago. Here is our fitting for the fitting that will join the two pipes together. Now you can see I've slipped it on that end of the pipe. All we need to do now is stick it on the other end of the pipe. So it's called SmarteX-C, and this is for a 1/2 inch straight coupling. Now obviously they make all sorts of couplings, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, oh not 1/4 inch, but different diameters and all the rest of it. It's a simple thing. All you do is cut the end of your pipe, make sure it's nice and square at 90 degrees. You have to make sure you deburr it because you don't want any burrs on the inside or the outside can interfere with the plastic and cause a problem with your sealing. So all you do is deburr your end of your pipe, and then it's just a matter of slipping this over the top, and it works like a bit of a, if you remember those things they used to have in the Easter show bags where you stuck 2 fingers together and you couldn't pull them apart. Don't really, like a tourniquet or something like that. I forget what they used to call them. Anyway, it works like that. They're not permanent. If you want to remove them, you can. You have to buy a little tool that goes around and compresses the little plastic sleeve, and then you can pull them back off if you need to. I have heard that shark bite, the opposition, are guaranteed for 25 years, no leakage, so I don't know about that. But anyway, there's our solution to the problem. I'm now going to go back into the bathroom and put this on, attach it, and I'll be right. So let's go do that. So as you can see, this is going to go straight over the top here, and I've just got to clean my pipe now, so I'm going to go and deburr it from the outside. Right, so I have properly deburred this now. I can touch it and feel there's no sharp edges around the outside of it, so it's just merely a matter of pushing it over the top, pushing it down, and that's it. She's mounted, ready to go. So I'll get my screws now, mount that into the wood, and that's exactly where it is and ready to go. So what a great little system that is, eh? So that's about it for me now. Catch you around the edges, and I might come back and show you some of the finished articles with the renovations. Bye for now.